Hey guys, how's it going? Well, I'm Andrew, one of the designers with Kershaw, and we're here to do Instagram Live. We're just going to talk about the 4 knives we released recently, and if you guys have questions, just put them in the chat, and I'll get to hopefully most of them. We'll see. We'll be here for a little bit. Hope you guys are enjoying your lunch breaks wherever you're at. Yeah, so we'll get started here in a minute. Just so you guys know, all these 4 knives that just released, they are live on our website. So if you want to buy one, just go there to Kershaw Knives or Kershaw@KaiUSA.com. Check that out. Also, if you're a dealer tuning in, they are on their way to dealers now. Show the blades. What's up, Jeffrey? Here is a blade for you, sir. This is the Kershaw Moon Salt. Right there, sir. Really love the working finish on this guy. You can see you've got a really good cutting profile on there. Obviously, if you're getting a butterfly knife, you're probably getting it for tricks too. But this guy feels really good on those bearing washers. I am not a flipper by any means, but it feels really smooth, and I really like too. If you check out these pockets in here, really give you a good grip on it as you're flipping that around and look just gorgeous. All right, let's dive on into this. So the first one we got up is the Kershaw 50/50 Moon Salt. You've got a it's 6.1 ounces. You've got a 4.6 inch blade on there, 14C 28N blade steel. That great working finish and a really good cutting profile. This is made in our U.S. factory here in Tualatin. There you go. Sorry guys, my camera's over on the left here, so I'm getting a little used to that. Yeah, just beautiful working finish. This does have the latch on the back. The geometry on this is very similar to the Lucha. Up in here, it's a little bit wider and a little bit closer in than the Lucha, but otherwise super similar. Action feels very similar, really good. Obviously, you've got curved handles, so that will feel a little bit different in the hand. Your profile overall, you can see right there, is a little bit more rectangular, just like the Lucha. Yeah, it has that working finish, looks really good. Steel handles, 14C 28N blade. That is the 50/50 Kershaw Lucha. All right, we've got also the 2060 Kershaw Noventa right here. Super beautiful Art Deco inspired knife, D2 blade steel. Opens on ball bearing washers, so you got steel frame lock bearing washers, feels super high end. It's got this really interesting flipper on the bottom. I love how you got the jimping right here, gives you a really nice feel when you're holding it in your hand like that. So that way we can have a slim, sleek overall design with no finger choil, but that jimping kind of serves the purpose for the grip that the finger choil normally would. Got some jimping on the spine there as well, which also looks really good. I really love this, the high contrast finishes on this, really make it shine and give that Art Deco vibe. Check out this flipper right here with the kind of tiny little nub right there. It actually works really well. You can just pull it back like a normal flipper, or you can use it like a, there you go, like a front flipper. That's the Kershaw Noventa. Got a deep carry pocket clip on the back as well. Really interesting how it feeds into this back spacer. So if you want to take that out, you just pop that screw in the back. Kind of a different way of doing it. So yeah, that's the Kershaw Noventa. We've got Kershaw Interstellar. So if you like the capsule, this is kind of like the capsule, but a little bit heavier duty and more designed for just like heavy use stuff. So you got half serrations on that blade, black wash finish, Tonto blade shape there. Really nice sliding button lock, just like the capsule. Got some texture on that steel there for you. We got a steel backspacer as well, which works as a bottle opener. So it's pretty hefty, pretty good size knife, but you can still get on that button on the bottom position. I'm gonna try to show you opening it like that. Yeah, super cool. Love the texture on this glass-filled nylon handle. You got steel liners underneath that, so it feels super solid, and definitely a little bit beefier than the capsule. So if you like the capsule and you wanted something to take to the job site or to camping, heavier use kind of thing, this is going to be a good one for you. That's the 1195 Interstellar. All right, and the last one on this lineup is the Kershaw Lucid. I love this knife so much. It's like just your like classic standard, super comfortable Kershaw. You've got a really good kind of drop point blade on here. Lots of good belly on that blade, really good grind profile, gives you a really nice thin edge. This is 8CR 13 MOV, so definitely more like kind of budget steel, but this is just a good like kind of easy everyday carry. Steel frame lock on the back, super solid. Got this glass filled nylon over travel stop right here. Deep carry pocket clip, works on the front and the back. And you've got a contoured glass filled nylon handle. You can see it sits over a steel liner, so it feels super solid in hand. This knife was actually inspired by the bracket. If you guys know that one, it's the cleaver that we did, the assisted cleaver we did about a year or so ago. Really liked that knife, loved the action on it. It did really well, was well received. And so we wanted to do something that's similar to the bracket in how it's constructed and the size, but in more of a drop point blade style. So that's this guy. Got blue handles on there as well. You can kind of see that orange peel texture I love so much on that. You got the little pop of detail right there in the pivot. So yeah, simple, easy, super comfortable. That's the Kershaw Lucid. Yeah, so that's kind of the overall rundown on that. I'd love to dive into some of y'all's questions. If you have specific questions about the knives, just throw those in the chat, and yeah, we'll take a look at that. All right, let's see. Got, can you have it? You can. They're all live now. If you go buy them, they'll be there. They're waiting for you. Let's see. Just gonna scroll through and see what I missed in the comments here. Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with us. It's a joy to get to hang out online with you guys for a little bit. Can we get new blurs? The blur is still around, still going to be around, and with knives like that are just like classic Kershaws, you could definitely expect to see probably some more exclusives and variants with that in the future. I don't know if we have any specific ones in the works, but it's a good bet that you'll see more of the blur in the future. I love the idea of doing it in teal and yellow, by the way. That would be really sweet, and 20 CV would be really good on that. Restrictions on the Launch 11. That's actually what I'm carrying today. I've got this Smoky Mountain exclusive Launch 11 there with this pumpkin spice latte anodized handle right here. I don't know, the restrictions kind of vary state to state. So if you just like Google the knife laws for your area, you should take a look at that. I know it's not California legal because the blade's over 2 inches. They're legal in Oregon, but I think outside of that you should check, depending on your state, what the local knife laws are. UAV Hero asks, is the clip reversible? I'm not sure which one you're talking about. The clip on this guy is reversible. You pull the screw out and you'll insert the clip just on the other side there, put the screw back in, you're good to go. The clip is not reversible on the Interstellar, just in that single position. The Lucid clip is reversible. You see right there, you can put it on the front. And the Moon Salt obviously doesn't have a clip, so no worries there. Let's see. Do y'all have spring-assisted knives? Maybe something that looks like a Bowie knife. Ooh, that's a really great question. We definitely have a lot of spring-assisted knives. It's like our bread and butter. I can't think of one off the top of my head that looks like a Bowie knife, but that's a super good idea. I know the ZT 223 has a blade shape that's definitely similar to a Bowie. Tristan asks, how much does it weigh? I'm assuming you're talking about this one. It's 6.1 ounces, so a little bit heavier than the Lucha. But again, it feels really good. Flipping it hasn't been a problem there. Brett says hi from Cape Town. Hey Brett, thanks for joining us. Where can I pick the Launch 11 that you're carrying? I missed that. And can you check this for me? I'm pretty sure it's a 7550 EBB 20 CV or something like that. This is a awesome knife. It's got 20 CV, stonewash blade, titanium trim ring, anodized aluminum scales. I'm pretty sure this is a Smoky Mountain exclusive. Should be on their website. If you look up Launch 11 Earth Brown will probably come up, or if you look up Launch 11 20 CV, was that right? Almost. Pretty sure that's it. Jay Delaney will get back to you on that in just a sec. Moving to Oregon next month. That's awesome. Okay, it is Smoky Mountain. So, yeah, there you go, Jay Delaney. Go check out Smoky Mountain Knives. Knife Works, and you can find that there. Moving to Oregon next month. Can't wait to pick up the butterflies. Yes, Oregon is awesome. Just a heads up, it is about to start getting pretty rainy, so bring a raincoat with you. Let's see. Do you ever pimp up your knives? Yeah, actually, one of the perks of working here is that you just, in design especially, is you get to see a lot of different things. And so sometimes we'll like test out a new Cerakote finish. So I've got a 990 that I threw this really cool Cerakoted scale on the top of, and that was pretty tight. It just depends on the knife, honestly. So yeah, occasionally. Normally I probably don't, but it is fun getting to carry prototypes around and things like that. It's a great question, Brett. See. Do y'all run specials like last year's older models at discounts? Ooh, I wish. That would be great. No, we don't. Usually our knives, it's kind of like, I mean, we do have models that will discontinue and things like that, so it's possible, like if you checked any of like the main like knife dealers, if you look at like Knife Center, Blade HQ, Smoky Mountain, most of those guys, if there's something that's been discontinued for a while, a lot of times they'll mark it down on their site. Do we do that? Usually not. We'll just kind of sell it, and then once it's discontinued, we'll get it out to the dealers, and they'll take care of it from there. We do sometimes do our annual warehouse sale here in Tualatin. That's pretty sweet. If you're looking for a good deal, you should look into that, especially if you just moved to Oregon. So would you happen to have that Bowie knife on hand? If you're talking about the 223, we can probably, no, maybe not. I don't on hand. I would say you should check out ZT's website. Your favorite Launch 11 model. I'm not sure what you mean. I mean, this is probably, of the Launch 11s, this is my favorite colorway of it for sure. I love that kind of earth brown bronze look to it. As far as my favorite launch, if that's what you're asking, the Launch 11's for sure my favorite. The Launch 1's done super well too, though. That's an awesome knife. Camshaft, great EDC knife. Will it be better steel? You know, I think we actually did Queen of Wildness. We actually did, I think, a D2 in like carbon fiber handle exclusive like a year or so ago, and I want to say that was with Smokey. So if you like the camshaft, look up camshaft with like carbon fiber. I want to say that had D2 on it. I think it was like a G10 carbon fiber handle with D2. That was a year or two ago. Let's see. Best EDC in the Kershaw lineup? It really just depends on what you like to carry. For me, I think my top three would probably be the Launch 11, the Highball XL, and the Federalist. I love the micarta on the Federalist. It feels super good in hand, and if you carry it for a while, the thing patinas so well. Oh, it's so good. And I just love the overall shape of that. I like the Highball XL a lot because of the bearing washers, and if you like to do like a front finger flick on those knives, you can get your finger under the groove, that blade groove, really easily. Flick that, feels amazing. If you guys haven't checked that one out, you definitely should. This is if you're asking about the Bowie knife, this is the 223. It's a ZT, thanks Ann. And you can see we've got kind of that clip in here that feels like a Bowie knife. Outside of that, I don't know if we have a Bowie inspired assisted knife, but it's a great idea. I'm sure we'll probably do something like that at some point in the future. Usually we'll stick to stuff that's more, we do a lot of like kind of drop points like this, or clip points kind of more like this guy, or I guess that's a drop point. I don't know. You guys know how it goes. Modified blade shapes. I never know what something is. I love that. We also obviously will do like a good bit when we're trying to get like a more tactical or a hard use vibe. Sometimes we'll put a Tonto blade shape on there. But yeah, thanks for asking, Traveling Fisherman. Great question. Love that. More bearings? Yeah, we'll definitely have more knives with bearings. You should also, if you like bearing washers, you should check out the oh shoot, I think it's the Inception. It's got G10 scales, D2 blade steel, and that has bearing washers. Flips really nicely too. Different feel than the Highball XL, but also super solid. So yeah, we definitely have more that'll be coming in the future. We try to balance our assisted knives with our bearing washer knives with manual knives. We're always trying to like keep this like having like something for everyone is kind of our mantra. So having a knife that fits every different kind of vibe, have that for sure. In the future, more we'll definitely make more knives in the future. Bad drums. I'm assuming you're asking about bearing washers. We'll definitely have more of those coming in the future. Do we need to wrap? Is there anything else that good? I guess, yeah. Okay, well, yeah, it looks like we're getting close to being about to wrap. So thank you guys so much for your time. Thanks for hanging out. We should do this again sometime. That's like I said, all these 4 items that have come out are going to be on the website and should be to dealers soon. So you guys should go check those out. Yeah, thanks so much, guys. I hope you'll have a great rest of the day and happy fall.